Hello everyone. So after that TLO versus Druby TVP matchup, that was a really nice one, by the way. For the ones that still didn't watch it, go take a look at it. It was quite exciting, a nice match. We're gonna hop back into the Korean Pros and the Korean Ladder for a mirror match, a TVT, and I need to thank this Red Terran here because he was kind enough to release a small replay pack of matches that he played on the Korean Ladder and when he faced like some of the huge beasts that play Starcraft 2 there. And well, this is one of those cases. So you're gonna have here the Red Terran Butterfly, and the Butterfly is a Terran with around 3,600 points on the Masters League in Korea, so quite a solid player. We still haven't heard much of him. Probably on the future you're gonna start listening from him, maybe on the Code Day or something like that, because I think he's solid enough to handle at least that kind of level of playing, and hopefully in the future he's gonna get even stronger. Meanwhile, for now, he's just one of the top 200 players in the whole world. I think he's like top 70 or top 60 in the Korean servers at the moment. And he's going to be facing against another top Terran player, but this one, I'm pretty sure most of you guys already know him. IMMVP, a monster, a beast. One of the most solid Terran players playing this game currently. Huge Terran player. You guys saw what he did to Marine King Prime on the finals of the last GSL. So he doesn't get much better than this. And they're going to be facing here on this TVT matchup. I'm hoping for Butterfly to be able to handle the pressure and stand his ground. Well, I'm assuming that he knows what he's doing, or he wouldn't be 3,600 points Masters League in the Korean Ladder. And hopefully he's going to be able to do a nice matchup here against MVP and not like 6 minutes, get killed and over, bye-bye. I'm hoping for that, so let's follow this game and see what they're planning on doing. For now, still fairly similar. As you can see, the first racks just went down. Same thing here for Butterfly, and now Butterfly picking up the first refinery, while on MVP side still no signs of grabbing a refinery, so we might be having some other plans. And I guess that the openings are going to start ramifying from here, because Butterfly is already going for the second refinery. This might be a sign that he's going to need plenty of gas early on and going to try to get a gas intensive build going on MVP. Meanwhile, on MVP side, as you guys can see, still no gas whatsoever, so I would say that he might be planning something that Terran players do when this kind of situation happens, which is going for the fast expand. There it is, fast expand going down. Noticed how he had the Marines there on the ramp, making sure that his opponent wouldn't be able to spot what he was doing, or at least take a peek at how many gas did he had. Let's see how much did Butterfly saw from his opponent. Nothing, zero. He saw the racks, that's it. So it's kind of complicated for Butterfly. He's kind of in the dark at the moment, and that won't help him, obviously. And MVP trying to advance with his SCV, but getting the same kind of answer back that he had, that Butterfly had when he tried to go up the ramp. Couple of Marines shooting it down and not allowing him to advance any further. So MVP going for the fast expo, trying to stabilize his game, probably planning a long, or at least being able to have a better economy on the mid game. And meanwhile, on Butterfly side, he went from the racks into a factory, and notice that he's going for Reaper play, something that you don't see that often currently. Also getting the Steam Pack already. He might be committing himself to plenty of bio later on, or else you wouldn't be getting the Steam Pack this early. And now the factory going down for MVP. MVP more of an econ build for now, doesn't have much of a force. Let's take a look here. Still similar, but keep in mind that the worker count is there. And meanwhile, Butterfly already going for 2 Reapers. Whoa, he's getting a lot of Reapers for now. This is interesting. And build-wise, he's going for the 1-1-1 opening from what I can see, and already getting the tech lab. So I'm assuming that what he's planning on doing is attaching that tech lab to the starport, make a switch, and then going for some Banshee harass. And hence the both gas being already picked up so early. Nice harass here with the Reapers, killing several SCVs, forcing MVP to pull all of his mineral line, all the SCVs, the workers there, and actually not benefiting from the income. As you can see, MVP at the moment, his income is a bit short. He's going to start recovering now that he finished off that harass, but still a nice move there with that couple of Reapers, applying the pressure on MVP, making him break the income that he had from this mineral line. And whoa, from what I can see, he's getting even more Reaper, so he's quite committed to this Reaper play. Also, Banshee's incoming, so a lot of harass being planned by Butterfly, and I guess he's gonna keep poking at MVP, making sure he won't be able to get any rest and plan anything properly. Just keep applying the pressure and poking at him, hoping for MVP to commit a mistake. Notice meanwhile that he already has racks with Reactor, Factory with Tech Lab, and the Starport, so 1-1-1 here as well, though he went for this fast expand first, obviously, but still, it's gonna be the composition for now. I would assume that he's gonna try to make a switch as well. For now he's getting siege tanks, but he might consider some Banshee play later on. Getting some supply depots here on the edge. They're gonna work as proximity detectors, as you might imagine. And here on Butterfly side, he's getting 2 more racks after getting the 1-1-1 opening, and the first Banshee is incoming. Notice that the cloaking field is almost finished, but also on the right side of that cloaking field, something that you don't see every day. Whoa, Nitro packs for Reapers. So is he serious about Reaper play? This is something that I don't see for such a long time. As you can see, Nitro packs here to give the speed for Reapers. I'm assuming he's gonna do a lot of Reaper play. At least he has 2 more for now, and now apparently he's starting to stretch his base. So I assume that he's planning to establish this command center he has been building on the Natural Expo and try to balance the game. For now, 2 Reapers here. The Reaper speed is already finished as well. Keep in mind that there's the Banshees, and he can even make like 2-pronged attacks or 3-pronged attacks, as long as you have enough micro to handle that kind of stuff, obviously. Incoming the Banshee from Butterfly, once again. Income wise, the MVP is now leading the way. Look at them entering here. I'm gonna follow this Banshee for now, then I'll just skip for the Reapers, but I'm gonna leave the Reapers on the picture-in-picture for now. Okay, let's follow them. Only 1 Reaper left. He's trying to shoot as much as possible from this mineral line on the Natural Expo. Already has 2 kills, now forcing MVP once again to pull away, and got killed by those siege tanks, and everything back to normal on MVP side. Notice that Butterfly is keeping control. He's kind of containing his opponent because he's going to be able to keep tabs and take perspective and view over the movements from IMMVP. There it is, finally that Marine is killed, and MVP apparently is preparing himself to advance and make a push, even with some Vikings, while Butterfly sends us another Banshee into the main base of IMMVP. What is he gonna focus his fire in, I wonder? Now trying to get more SCVs killed on that mineral line. He's kinda randomly hitting everything. Now decided to go for that siege tank, and meanwhile there's a big assault ensuing from MVP on the Natural Expo from Butterfly. Plenty of Marines backed up by 3 siege tanks, trying to advance and pull ahead there, but they had to be pulled back. Apparently MVP just grabbed another siege tank and gonna try to make the push. Meanwhile, you guys can follow that Banshee on the picture-in-picture window, see what he's doing, but let's follow here on the main screen the massive advance here from MVP. He's trying to attempt to apply as much damage as possible, forcing Butterfly to pull. Even Mules getting pulled to help out defend against this, but the Mules didn't do a single thing, obviously, and now being forced to lift his command center, probably just not gonna be able with this amount of pressure to even extend his base anymore, and there's no 2 base play and no more for the Butterfly. This obviously is gonna short his income, and notice how he's pulling all of his SCVs out of the mineral line, trying to get a proper surround here, and he's actually doing plenty of damage on these siege tanks. Nice move here by Butterfly, forcing MVP to pick up one of the tanks and win on a medevac, but even the medevac got shot with the siege tank in it. Huge damage, nice defense here by Butterfly, but at what cost? I'm not sure. As you guys can see on the income, huge shot there because he pulled a lot of SCVs and plenty of them got destroyed. Worker count 39 against 16. It's a huge difference, and once again I think that Butterfly is trying to establish his game here, gonna try to normalize and just have a calm and relaxed mining on this Natural Expo, something that IMMVP hasn't been allowing him to. Meanwhile, on IMMVP base, he already has several racks, getting another one there, so 4 racks play for now, still with 1 factory and that starport. And meanwhile, apparently Butterfly is going to prepare another approach. I see a unit getting moved all the way here. It's going to be a drop with Marines, and I guess we're going to have a trade-off here, because meanwhile MVP has 2 Vikings. Let's follow the drop from Butterfly and follow the Vikings on the picture-in-picture. Incoming Marines dropping on that mineral line once again, forcing MVP to pull all of the SCVs once more, and every time he does this, his income will get shot. He's still way ahead of Butterfly econ-wise, so he is benefiting from all the work he's been doing, all the workers that he has in advantage to compared to Butterfly line. 42 against 22, it's 20 workers difference. It is a huge difference on this moment of the game. Now these two Vikings are just trying to harass here, but they need units to come to this area, and they're gonna basically get shot with the view from this medevac. Yeah, there it is, both of them killed by this big amount of Marines. Let's take a look at both armies. 88-65, so IMMVP taking the lead here. He's pulling ahead, slowly building a stronger army. Obviously he has been having a more stable economy. He wasn't forced to lift his natural expo as Butterfly was. On the unit composition, as you can see, 24 Marines, 4 siege tanks and some medevacs. And for Butterfly we have 1 Banshee, 3 siege tanks, 25 Marines, so fairly similar, though we have the Banshee trying to make a difference there for IMMVP. Following the match, once again, see which way they're heading. Incoming the Banshee, leading the charge for Butterfly. I wonder if it's gonna even be able to shoot anything, especially if he doesn't activate that cloaking field, because there's plenty of Marines there to get it shot. It's gonna get killed, exactly. And now IMMVP once again pulling ahead, 3 siege tanks from Butterfly waiting for him, just blasting all of those Marines the second they were in range, so not good there. And Butterfly was able to establish his game here, controlling this El Naga watchtower, but is only being able to keep tabs on the movements from IMMVP heading that way, and apparently MVP is going to prepare a drop, surprise drop onto the main base of Butterfly, destroying that missile turret, also the sensor tower getting destroyed, and now a drop with several Marines shooting down as fast as possible that reactor. Still Marines, what are they focusing? They're focusing their fire on the attachments, 1 tech lab down. Meanwhile there's a trade-off, as you can see here on the main base from IMMVP, this forces from Butterfly trying to advance into the Natural Expo, heading into the main base. Their command center getting lifted off, trying to save it. All the SCVs trying to shoot and make as much damage as possible. And finally the forces from IMMVP were here ready to defend, and they're gonna be able to finish off this assault from Butterfly. Nice defense by IMMVP, was able to do those drops, and even so having the forces here to defend. So nice move. Most of the bulk of the forces from IMMVP has been staying on this El Naga watchtower, and apparently is going to prepare to advance once more. Let's check the army count. 119 against 75, so the IMMVP is tipping the scale on his favor for quite a while now, and now with all of these units advancing, this doesn't sound good, this doesn't look good. Unit composition, 7 siege tanks for MVP, 47 Marines, 5 medevacs, so he is with a very strong army, stronger than Butterfly's army obviously. Income wise, IMMVP still leading the way. Notice that he's already playing out of 3 bases with the rich mineral field getting worked there by the mules. Butterfly making a scan, taking a peek at the forces that IMMVP is gathering at the gates of his Natural Expo. He's establishing all his siege tanks here, trying to get a proper defense. Actually has 2 medevacs loaded with Marines. I'm not sure what his plan is, but apparently he might be preparing some kind of counter drop, maybe dropping all of those Marines there behind the brushes here. And meanwhile IMMVP making a lot of drops, lots of siege tanks getting placed on this ledge, and he gonna abuse the ledge, getting all these siege tanks blasting away at this Natural Expo, while Butterfly answers back with his forces going down on that rich mineral field. You can follow it on the picture-in-picture as well, and I'm gonna try to take a look at what is he doing here. He already has a 3rd command center. He was preparing himself to advance into the 3rd base, but he just got failed. Meanwhile on Butterfly side, with his Marine drop, he was able to destroy and finish off the rich mineral field, so giving a big blow on the income from IMMVP and trying to even out things. Notice how Butterfly has been slowly trying to muster up his amount of harvesters, and now it's so much closer, 36 against 40, so quite balanced. This command center is gonna get shot down. Oh, destroyed, and Butterfly working out of a single base, which is basically exhausted, as you guys can see. And meanwhile IMMVP just slowly making a huge powerful siege, to his opponent, and currently Butterfly can't even leave his main base. He's completely sieged here. Notice that IMMVP is taking control of this ledge. Also at the same time he's containing the movements there on the Zelnaga watchtower and keeping tabs on his opponent. That Banshee actually getting a kill, destroying one of the siege tanks, but would it be enough? I don't think so. I mean, he's so far behind currently, but still the Banshee benefiting from the fact that none of those Marines are able to reach, have range to shoot it down, and now with that cloaking field finally got shot down and destroyed. So the harass by Butterfly finished off, still with 4 siege tanks left, and gonna start blasting away at the siege tanks from Butterfly. The rest of the forces, the bulk of the forces from IMMVP are not even moving, and apparently he's gonna try to decide to make a push now. Incoming the forces from IMMVP is actually splitting them in 2 groups and now advancing into this ledge that is loaded with siege tanks. What's left of the forces from Butterfly trying to fend off the assault, but IMMVP has a powerful force, mech force and bio mix advancing here. MVP picking up all of his Marines, dropping them straight into this main base from Butterfly, and Butterfly doesn't have much of a defense here. There goes the factory and the add-ons, and now he's focusing fire on the add-ons and that starport, and Butterfly is just trying to muster up his forces together as much as possible. He knows that he doesn't have enough force to pull all the SCVs out of the mineral line on the Natural Expo, and trying to finish off this assault, but it's not even close. Let's take a look at the army count. 114 against 47. Like I was mentioning, not even close for Butterfly. He's been working out of 1 base for so long, and MVP been working out of 3 bases and just benefiting from the income. He was able to just replenish his army so much faster and have such a bigger army. Butterfly forced to GG and just leave this game. Way too much pressure. MVP dominated his opponent. Actually, Butterfly had a couple of nice attacks there, nice counter attacks, destroying this rich mineral field, also some drops and some harass with those Reapers early on and the Banshees, but I mean, wasn't even close to what was required to get MVP down, and MVP showing his power and defeating Butterfly on this match. Whoa, this was fairly intense match. None of that slow crawling with the siege tanks or anything like that. A lot of ledge play, so pretty cool. Well, match done. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I have more replays of Butterfly against other top players. Hopefully I'm going to be able to upload some more later on. So see you all later, okay guys? Have fun.